no joke.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? Quality Comedy King here, and I welcome you to another episode of Quality Comedy Time with me. I'm going to be your host, Quincy Carr. I cannot wait to get started. There's so many things is going on, and once again, I got another great, hilarious, funny guest and one of my comedy brothers in the comedy industry. So I appreciate everybody tuning in. Hey, what's going on? This is my baby sis down there in Houston. Another person, Steve. Yeah, you're down there in Houston. I certainly appreciate all y'all that's tuning in. But that's my baby sis, Alicia. How are you going? And that's my real blood baby sis. So I appreciate you tuning in and checking out your older brother. This is what I do on my Tuesdays to try to keep myself sane. So good to see you, young lady. And yes, I love you. Okay, I just want folks to know I always struggle to be like, yeah, I love you too, I love you too. It don't mean I don't love you. It's just hard for me to always say out loud all the time, you know. So, but you know, like the whole virtual thing has got people shook up. But it's NFL season. The NFL has kicked off once again. So I don't know how many of y'all are supporting the NFL. How many people still are not supporting the NFL? In my opinion, people just need to have something. Right. But this crazy thing that's going on with people still protest. People are mad that people are not only kneeling or not kneeling during the flag, but people are mad that folks are actually coming together and joining arms. Like I don't know if y'all saw what happened last week in Kansas City, but that just lets you know it's beyond the flag. And another thing that's beyond the flag, I found this and I posted it earlier. Let me find it for you guys again. Give me 1 second. This right here, it really blew my mind because it's so true. And I was waiting to see if somebody was going to try to refute this and try to change it around. But, you know, essentially stop complaining. You need to keep it on is good for you. And now in 2020, the dog can get their owner back. Yeah, you stop complaining. You keep it on. Because this is good. Like there's a video that's out. Because I think it was a news reporter. It looked like an SNL skit. Okay. A news reporter was doing a report on people, or doing a story on people who are protesting the mask. Like they are like demanding that this is unconstitutional. You are making me do things, and it's so crazy. And I have to say this: it's one thing when that's okay for you to do to fight for your rights, but you're upset at people, other human beings that are being treated unjustly. And we're fighting for our rights too, just to be considered. Look, we just want to be a part of the Constitution that says we the people. That's essentially all we want to be, is we the people. Can we get we the people? Can we be we the people finally, and not be we the people of color and we the people that's black? And it's crazy. So nobody knows what anybody wants to do. All people is going on is emotion, and at the end of the day, real people are being affected. So but enough of that. We got a great show lined up for you today. This gentleman, I can tell you straight up, I've known him for a while. No, I'm lying. I just met him probably about less than like 4 years ago, right? But I met him at a comedy club after he had finished performing, and I said, yo, I got to get you down to my show. So I brought him back, and actually I think he closed out, I think it was a season ending season finale show, and he came down. He shut that place down. He's one of these comics that you don't want to have to follow behind. Okay, I'll put it to you that way. But he tore the stage down. He's toured, or he's worked with some of the most popular comics like DC Young Fly, Ricky Smiley, and even the lovely Tiffany Haddish. You know what? Let's just go ahead and bring him on, because he's waiting. What's up, Jessie McDonald? What's going on, man?
What up, man? Look, you got me backstage. I like how you got it decorated. I do. But I don't know why you got me these snacks right here. Look. You got, what is up with the crackers? Now I can deal with the crackers, but when I say you got green beans, you got green beans, no meat. You
Bro,
got
look,
you got cereal.
I told
Why
them to
you
put
give me
the stuff up.
why you give me a box of cereal that's already open and no milk?
My bad, man. I told them to put on. Hold up, time out, Jesse. Now you wiping your nose. What you
Huh?
got, bro?
What I got? I got cerebral palsy.
Yeah, that's one thing a lot of people don't know, man. Like you have a disability, and your disability is cerebral
Cerebral
palsy.
palsy. Yeah.
Wow. Okay, got you. Now, because folks will see your cane,
No,
right,
no, no,
and
no,
it's
no.
like
That's a cup holder. No. Some people got canes. I got a cup holder.
you got a cup holder,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Yeah, but it don't stop you from dancing. I mean,
No,
I
no.
done seen you in your videos, killing all types of dances,
Yeah, bump
and I
like
mean,
Jessie.
and I mean, you were killing it. You were destroying these dances, not in a good way, Jesse. And I ain't afraid to tell you.
It just be crazy because people see me walking without my crutch, my cup holder sometimes, and they be like, "Well, you can walk." I was like, "What I was doing when I was holding on the cane, I was still walking." So what's the difference walking with it or without it?
Yeah. Now you're in Arkansas, so you're an hour behind us right now, right?
Yes.
All right. So any craziness that's been going on like since this whole COVID thing? Because I mean,
Man, I'm in the face mask stuff, man. I heard you talking about it. Man, you be mad because you been to drove all the way to the store, you forget your face mask, you gotta turn around.
yes,
Man, I can't
yes.
you know me, I can't really walk that good. So when I put my mask on, end up claustrophobic too. So when I put my mask on, it go up to my eyes sometimes. And I be about to fall. So I be trying to pull it down. And I had it
Yeah,
down here. They were like, you gotta cover up your nose. I was like, why?
right. Like I am disabled. Like my nose is
Yes.
fine.
Yeah, look, I can't even walk in the dark. If you want to see me tear up a place, literally tear up a place, turn off all the lights and tell me to walk across the room. I'm remodeling everything.
You knock everything over with your
Yeah.
cup holder, your
I ain't gonna lie,
cane
'cause
cup holder.
I caught myself trying to go to the bathroom the other night, and it was dark. Now normally you focus your eyes real good so you can see in the dark. So you be like, okay, I see where I'm going. Got my
Yeah.
eyes focused. Now I seen the wall, but the wall wasn't as close as I thought it was. So when I reached out to try to grab the wall to catch my balance, I fell right into the bathroom, knocked everything over. Sounded like a thunderstorm came through.
Hold on. And did your lady at least wake up and say, Jesse, you
You
all
know what?
right?
That's the first thing she said. She said, "You okay?" All I kept saying, "I got it." But you steady hearing me fall. I couldn't get up. I was gonna crawl back to the bed. Said, "Never mind. I ain't gonna use the bathroom."
You say I ain't gonna use it. You know what? I don't even need to go.
Yeah,
Bump
no, I don't even gotta pee no more.
it. You know, went in your pants already, right?
Man, I'm gonna tell you,
Man,
boy. When you get scared, it makes stuff go back up. The way I fell, man, that pee said, "No, not right now."
you said the way I feel. The piece said, you know what? I'm gonna go and let you handle this.
Yeah,
I'm gonna
yeah,
go
yeah.
back
You
up there
got
to
it
the
from here.
bladder.
Yeah,
I'm going back up there to the bladder. uh, Now, Jesse, you've got kids, right? Like, how many kids you got, bro?
3.
3 children. Now, are
Yes.
you a part of this? Because I know that you're a traveling comic, man. Like it's September. I looked at your schedule. You still out there working, traveling, and and going.
Yes.
So, like, how do you balance all that in this virtual teacher stuff as a parent?
Sure, they just got some of them that got to come on the road with me. Some most of them they with their moms, but it ain't nothing but like I work at night. So if
Hmm.
they come on the road with me, then through the daytime I got time to spend with them.
Yeah,
So that's the way they go. But my kids they live with their moms. But other than that, we still getting it in. We
yeah,
still
yeah,
working.
yeah. It's
But
I mean,
I'm glad that I don't got to go virtual because man, you can't learn like that. How you
no.
gonna learn looking at a computer or somebody talking? You
Yeah.
can't. And then the new stuff, man, you be feeling dumb as the kids.
Hey, look, I felt like, and that's why I applaud my wife. My wife handles all the stuff with schooling and all that stuff. But like they're learning things that I didn't learn till I was like, my daughter's in the 5th grade. Like, and even in the 4th grade, the stuff she was learning in math, I didn't even scratch until like the 10th grade. And so I'm like, what are they? And it's a whole new way to do math now.
Man, I just started learning how to walk to the 10th grade. I crawled all the way to the 12th grade. I got to the 12th grade. They say, you know what? You ain't going to pass. You ain't graduating. I stood up and started walking. I was like, oh, no, I would not be no super senior.
Oh, no, I'm walking today. Now, when it comes to your disability, like when did that actually start to affect you?
I don't think it never affected me, but I was born with it from birth. Look, I had people in my family that would actually, if I fall, they would say, you ain't handicapped, get back up. They would always treat me like I'm regular. So I went, believe it or not, I used to be shy, but I went to the skating rink. It's like my shy switch just like turned off, like in just real quick. I went to a skating rink. See people skating, after they get through skating, they would start dancing. I seen the dude dancing, he failed. And when he failed, they picked him back up. And he kept dancing. I said, you know what? They're going to do me the same way. So I got out there, and from then on, I was out there dancing. I failed, they would pick me up. And I'm thinking, you know what I'm saying, they hyping me up, but they were just really like, hey, hey. And I'm really up there looking stupid up there dancing. But if I, but that broke my shyness, because it let me know in life, if you fall, there are people there to help you up. And the ones that don't help you up, you just can't focus on them. You got to focus on the ones that are helping you up. So ever since then, I've never been shy again. If I fall, oh well, I get back up. Everybody in life falls. We just fall in different ways.
Well, like I had a similar story. I was doing a Christmas party some years ago, because I use it. Like I tell this joke on stage every now and again, but especially in front of a judgmental crowd. And I can always kind of sense if it's a judgmental crowd based on certain jokes, if they hit or not. And this usually breaks them out of it. But I was telling the story about we were at a Christmas party, and everybody was doing the electric slide, right? So this guy, it was 3 people in the wheelchair, and they were, just wheelchair dancing, right? And so when the electric slide come on, like, this was before all the other newer line dances, but when the electric slide come on, that's when, like, you know what, I ain't danced the whole night, I'm getting out here. So people was doing the electric slide, they were getting into it, black folks slamming the floor, doing all this,
you can't do the electric slide if you don't slap the floor now.
Right, you know what I'm saying? The white folks there were just kind of being like real, like, ooh, 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 right? But then you look over here, the 3 people in the wheelchair were just chair dancing, right? And all of a sudden, one of them, he felt like getting out there, and he was doing the electric slide. And when I tell you, Jesse, I am not lying. He did the electric slide exactly how you would expect somebody to do it in a wheelchair. It was to a T. He was going forward. He was going back. He stepped here. He came down. And when he came this way, one of the wheels came off the chair. He falls out of the chair. But I'm going to tell you something, bro.
Did he slap the floor, though? Did he slap the floor? It don't matter. If you do okay, how you do it? If you do the electric slide, that dance don't hit until you slap the floor.
Until you slap the floor. That brother whole abdomen slapped the floor, right? Now here's the crazy thing. People did not stop dancing. This dude is on the floor. He fell out the wheelchair. People who was still, I tell you what, he better get up before I do this kick. I tell you what. So, I mean, people, what I think he realized at that point, or what we realized, he felt normal enough to get out there with normal looking like folks and do a normal dance, and he failed. So he got a normal response. We laughed, but we helped him up. So that's a great note of, as far as like depending on people to look out for you, and those that don't want to look out for you, it's like, bump them. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Well, I learned how to get up by laying down on the middle of the floor and getting up without nobody helping me, where there's nothing there to really push me up or whatever, where I can use my hands and push up myself. So If I fall and I'm around somebody or I'm in the middle of nowhere, I can easily get up without no help. Now, I ain't gonna say
Okay.
it work like that all the time, but
Yeah.
most of the time, I can get up right then, but without no help.
Okay. All right. Now, something that everybody has been getting used to, I guess, during this quarantine thing is these verses. Did you get a chance to check out who was that, Patty and Gladys Knight the other day?
But did Patty bring out the patty pies?
I don't know if she brought the Patty Pies. I know
I seen
she was
some of
doing
it. I
her.
didn't see all of it. I seen. Did you see what they did to dance to Patty? They put the house music behind Patty, and they at top of the percolator, and Patty was like, "Hey,
Right.
Patty was getting it. She had her legs going. I think Patty said she need to do a remix to percolator.
Look, the internet is brutal. Like
Man,
anytime something happens,
you
somebody
cannot
has the
slip up for
time.
nothing on the internet,
No,
cause they
no,
gonna kill you.
no. And that's the interesting thing about you because you don't mind poking fun at yourself, right? So this is for the folks that don't know. Like this picture had me
That heat
dying.
stroke right there. That's heat stroke, boy. He
you,
stroke.
you
He
know,
stroke that went viral right here.
like you don't mind poking fun at yourself because in the business that we're in, people can't wait to poke fun at the comedian. So you go on the road and you perform with acts like like a Ricky Smiley, like Cheryl Underwood, Tiffany Haddish. Like what has been their feeling with performing? Hold up, bro. If you cough one more time
No,
on this
no, it ain't
call,
what you think now. Look, you worried about the
bro,
wrong thing now.
bro, that's that's the
It ain't
same
gonna
thing
jump
folks
from this
say.
string to your string now.
You cough one more time in the middle of my question, and this interview is done. This Corona is serious.
Hey, no, when a person cough in the middle of your question, I mean, oh yes, your questions. No, honestly. Now
Yeah,
it's been great though, working with all the different comedians because everybody teaches you something different. Some of the
yeah,
comedians I'll be on the road with, I can't wait to see them, but it's like they can't wait to see me. They want to
yeah,
watch and see what I'm doing, and I'm like, hey, I watch you. I'm ready to see you. But
yeah,
I had great mentors like Ricky Smiley, D. Ray Davis, Pierre Edwards, DC Young Fly. Being able to work with these people, they helped me out a whole lot. In Atlanta comedy scene showed me a whole lot of love because if you wasn't with these certain groups of comedians, then it was hard for you to get in. So I got with the hard hitters like the 85. Like I knew Carlos Miller before he was with the 85 South.
yeah,
He was one of the ones that said, Jesse, that ain't funny. Put that joke on the shelf till it get better. Or whatever. So just being able to work with everybody, people be like, who's your favorite comedian? It's hard to say because everybody got different styles. You can't compare them together. So
yeah.
they just go ahead.
Huh?
No, I just say everybody just teaches you something different. And normally one thing everybody did say together, well, they didn't say together, but everybody said the energy you bring to the stage is the energy that you get back. So if you give a joke that ain't funny and you giving dead energy, then the
Yeah,
crowd gonna give you that dead energy back. So I bring that energy. So even
yeah.
if it ain't funny to you, it's funny to me.
Man, and when I say you bring the energy, like you headline in a few places, but in a lot of places that you perform, you're actually performing in front of the main star, and you don't shy away from pulling back. Now, Rodney Jordan, a very funny brother out of Atlanta, he was quoted saying, he said, "This brother right here," he said, "I was backstage like, oh my god," because it's like it's hard to follow behind a strong person and then you still be confident in what you already know you could do. So how do you deal with that? Because that's got to keep you um kind of humble, but at the same time you know that there's some comics that are not going to want you on their show.
Well, I ran into that type. It's this thing called being too funny, and this
Yeah,
thing called not being funny enough.
yeah,
So you don't know where to be. So just lucky the ones that I've been on the road with, they don't tell me You can't talk about this. You can't talk about that. You know, some comedians tell you a list of things you cannot talk about.
Yeah.
So if I made my whole set about handicapped people and me, you can't tell me not to talk about me.
Right.
So it's just, you know, I mean, people, they just always say, man, give a good show. And I done had people come up to me, you know what I'm saying, sometimes, and people got their opinions. They be like, man, you the best one that was on the show. But what they don't know is our shows that the people that I've been on the road with, the first act sets it up for the next act. The next act set it up for the headliner. So we building that up for that headliner to come in there and knock your head off. So it's like not like, you know what I'm saying, I'm trying to be the funniest. It's like, look, we're trying to make this whole show a strong show. I want to do stuff in my set to make the headliner come out and maybe they do 5 or 10 minutes talk about something that I said or something I did. And then go into their set too. So we all set each other up.
Okay, so when was the first time you hit the stage for the first time? Like the very first time?
With Ali Sadiq. Ali Sadiq out of Houston, Texas.
Yeah.
He gave me my first shot, man. He was on stage and people were talking. He said, oh, so y'all think it's easy? All right, I'm going to let y'all come up here. And the guy was like, no, don't let him go up there. He was telling the guy not to let me on stage. So Ali said, no, I'm going to let him on stage. If he ain't funny, I'm going to talk about him. So I'm like, okay. So I went on stage. and I freestyled, talking about myself. I didn't freestyle. I was talking about myself. And it was stuff that really happened. And I killed the show. Chestnut out of Memphis paid me $250 to come and do 15 minutes the next day. I mean, I'm like, I ain't never did no 15 minutes. I mean, no 10 minutes in Memphis. I was like, I ain't never did 10 minutes, but I mean, I can talk about myself for 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Went out there and killed it. And after so long, I started doing it. And Ricky Smiley told me, if you're talking about ghetto jokes, put all your ghetto jokes together, all your church jokes together, whatever you're talking about, put everything together and make it line up to the next joke. And Cletus Allen Jr. came back and told me, record all of your sets, watch it. The more you watch it, the more you learn it and the more you remember it. Now you can set everything up. And now as you go, you critique stuff because you know what you're going to say, you know what you're going to do, you know where you're going.
Okay, so when was the first time that you hit the stage for the first time?
About 20 years ago.
20 years? Wow.
Yes.
Wow. So the late 1900s.
Yeah, something like that, you know, somewhere around there. I'd say about 2001.
Okay. Yeah. Well, Jesse, I mean, come on now. I mean, we were just talking about virtual math in school. Like, that is not 20 years ago, Jesse.
No, it's been 20 years because I've been out of school. I've been out of school 20 years. So I graduated in 98. So if I graduated in 98, so 2000. So yeah, it had to be two. Yeah, that's it. Because look, I'm going to tell you, hey, look.
You said, yeah, that's it. Okay.
Yeah, let me get it together. I graduated in 98. 99, I went to school at UAPB.
Yeah.
2000, I moved to Little Rock. When I moved to Little Rock, that's when I did comedy. So that was in 2000.
Okay, so about 1920. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, so it has been 20 years. Yeah, carry the 2, add the 1, drop the 0.
Look, you know, you've been in a position where obviously you've had a chance to grow, and it's like I said, you don't mind making fun of yourself, like on your social media, like your social media videos, like on YouTube, like folks that's tuning in, you got to go to this brother's YouTube, go to his IG.
Did you see the car wash? The car wash?
No, I saw the race. Like it was the one where you and the other brother was racing, and clearly he smoked and you tripped him. You talking about cheating Myron? Yeah, yeah, he tripped me, man. I was finna take off, but man, he tripped me. but that car wash one, oh man, the dude said you got to get a little pressure. He didn't know we were recording, and I acted like I couldn't hold the water hose. And he kept saying to get some pressure. I gave him some pressure, and next thing you know, I just went going everywhere with the water hose.
He got mad and said, man, I asked you, did you need some help? Yeah, like you did. I done fell and everything. Go spraying it. He didn't know how to help me up or nothing. He kept that cigarette in
Man,
his mouth though.
man,
He did
look.
not drop that cigarette.
Every time I see the videos, man, it's like I say, like this cat is so comfortable in his own skin. And here's the crazy part, because you what about 5'1", 5'2"?
5'4".
Okay, I was close.
Yeah,
5'4",
give me my extra 2.
about 90 pounds. So I gotta go see that video because I know
Hey,
it's pressure watchers.
they strong, man. They real strong. Hey, I think I was it was trying to be a joke, but man, I went to one that had a little bit too much pressure.
So like when you're scoping these places out to do those jokes, like do you put a lot of thought, or is it just something that just like pops in your head, like, yo, let's go ahead and do this thing?
It used to be about trying to be funny. Yeah, you
Right,
want the funniness, but people go off of reactions. The
right,
reaction to the people that's watching it that don't know what's going on.
right.
That's the great thing about it. Cause I did like shout out to the guys in New Orleans on Corey with the K and Rob Kazi. Anytime I go out there do a video with Corey with the K, them it goes viral.
Yeah.
We did one video about a couple of weeks ago. The first day we got 100,000 views.
Oh wow,
But you know, I'm a
wow.
professional faller. People, I be doing it's crazy because I be doing videos and people like, and I don't fall. They be like, "What happened to the fall? Where the fall? We
Right,
waiting on the
right.
fall." Cause you know when I did D'Angelo video, you know how does it feel? And I was in the shower and I would turn it. You know what I'm saying? And
I
they were
remember that.
they
You
waiting on
fell
the
in the
fall.
shower.
Yeah, they want
Man,
that fall.
man, look, people don't really like y'all. Honestly, if y'all viewing, y'all cannot truly appreciate this cat until you, number one, you have to see him live. Because when you came to the Quality Comedy Series,
Uh-huh.
I remember how you walked up on stage and somebody, I think KG was the host that night because it was the season finale, and he was
Uh-huh.
trying to give you a hand,
And he didn't know how
and
to help me up.
because it's weird. That's the first thing that you addressed. He said, "Look, I'm not gonna try to give me a hand. I don't need your hand." like you held your hand up like that. I'm like that makes you this individual that people really want to get to know, because then the first thing that they would think is that you're going to use that as a reason why somebody didn't do something for you.
Yeah,
So
man, if you ain't got
I
no
always thought that was
handicapped
dope.
friends, you better get you some handicapped friends. Not because we can park up front
I
or
got
none of
one.
that. But you need that handicapped friend so you know how to act when you get around another handicapped person. Cause you
Yeah.
ain't got no handicapped friend and somebody handicapped fall, you be like, how do I grab him? You know what I'm saying? I felt one time the dude didn't know how to help me up. He picked me up like a pit bull puppy. I'm like, I am a man, dog. Grab me by my arm.
He's in a pit bull puppy.
How you gonna grab me by the back of my neck? Why don't you do me like that?
Right. Do you have any issues like when kids see you in public
Man,
versus
only
adults?
it be fun. It used to be. I guess a lot of kids that start seeing me on the internet. So it used to be like kids be looking at me, they be laughing. But you got them kids that I like. They be like, "Oh, what happened to your legs?" Their mama be like, "Don't ask them. No, let them kids ask what happened because if they don't know, then they don't. You know what I'm saying? If they don't know, then they don't know how to accept it. So I'd be quick to tell parents, if your kids want to ask me what happened to me while I walk on these crutches or cup holders or whatever, let me explain to them. That way, when
Hmm.
they see somebody else that with a disability and other kids get to joking on them or talking about them, they can say, no, they walk like this because of this. But a lot of people don't know, I don't have feeling in the bottom of my feet or in my
Mm.
hand. You know,
Yeah.
I got feeling, but it got to be a lot of pressure. That's when I walk, it sounds like a basketball bouncing. You know, every time you know what I'm saying, I be coming, I be trying to sneak in the house and, I can't sneak in the house. So I just have to come in early because she going to hear me stomping down the hallway.
Look, first of all, based on your story about you going to the bathroom, you ain't sneaking nowhere.
I know.
You ain't-
I can't look. It's bad. Well, you can't even sneak on carpet. I have my shoes off.
Oh, look. Speaking of off, let's go to a favorite segment of mine, man, called "Going Completely Off Topic." Going completely off topic, man. This is a segment of the show where it's always fun with my comedic guests because I ask three off the wall questions and you can answer it however you want to answer it, man. So I'll just go on and get right into it. Yep. So the first one, church crowd or your children? Who's tougher to be transparent with? Who's more tougher? A church crowd or your children to be transparent with?
I would have to say my children. My children are they off the chain. They are. I'm gonna tell you. I told my little boy he couldn't go nowhere. Don't you know? He took my crutch and hid it. He said, "If I can't go nowhere, you ain't going nowhere." I stay on the second floor. I've been in the house for a year now.
Man, you better get out this house. I tell you that, or go find your son.
I told him I'm gonna have to get me a new son.
Get you a new son. Now, one thing people may not know, well, they probably know it about me. I'm a Dallas Cowboy fan, but you are as well a true
Dallas Cowboy fan. Winning or losing, I'm a Cowboy.
Okay.
Not literally a Cowboy, but I'm a Cowboy fan.
Absolutely, man. So this one should be a pretty interesting one because I already got a name that I would mention. So what player, past or present, hurt you the most? Like, you cannot mention the Cowboys without mentioning that person's name or being either upset or just infuriated by what they did now or in the past.
What, you talking about did something bad?
I mean, just like, I'm talking about that lost a game or that did something crazy, like that just really messed you up, like it messed up a bet or something. Just like, what player hurt you the most?
I don't know, because you can't blame it all on a player. Because one thing I learned back in the day, there's no I in team. So Jesse, if a player messed up, then the team messed up.
That's the worst response I think I've ever heard anybody.
I know.
That was the most professional response. You know, it is a team game, Quincy.
It's a team effort. Because you can't, but you know one thing about it, what about the mistakes that was made before that player made his mistake? Do you take it out on the other part, on the other team? I mean, on the other players too? Look, now, if one player come down and made a fumble, now he made the fumble. Now you got this player right here to come back, and he missed the catch to make the touchdown to win the game.
Jesse.
So who do you blame it on? The one that fumbled the ball, or the one that missed the catch?
Jesse, my player that I'm going to tell you that hurt me the most.
Who that?
Dez Bryant.
Why
Bryant. Because if you remember a couple years ago when Dez's last season in Dallas,
when that came in,
right? But it was 2 games left in the season, and we needed to win this game against Seattle because the next game wouldn't even matter if we won this game. And Dez was upset because he wasn't getting the ball thrown in his direction, so he throws a hissy fit, and then when the ball starts coming in his direction, there were 3 turnovers that entire game. He was a part of all 3 turnovers. The ball going off his hand, it got picked off. He had the ball fumbled. Didn't run the right route, and the pass was thrown past him. So that player, in my opinion,
he had PMS that game. He had PMS.
Well, he had something.
And I had SMP. I had the same problems.
Yeah, that guy hurt me the most, and so like I didn't know if you actually had as a diehard fan. Like usually it would be Tony Romo or Danny White.
Hey man, you know what? I look at it when you come on on the Cowboy roster, you're part of the team,
right?
So you got to help the team, or you got to move around. So as you see, Dez not still around.
No.
It take a strong man to be a Cowboy.
Yeah.
A Cowboy got to be strong.
Yeah, well, Dez is out of the picture now. I tell you
Yeah,
that right
he
now.
wasn't strong. He wasn't no cowboy. That's where he
All right.
gone.
Okay. All right. So the final question here, going completely off topic. Uh, the lottery numbers just came out and you hit. Okay. What's the most hood thing that you would do? And what's the most noble thing that you would do? Because everybody got
Oh,
to have a little hood in them.
I'm opening up a car wash.
Hold up. Is that a noble or is that a hood thing?
That's a hood thing.
And why?
Why? Because everybody need their car wash. Everything go down at the car wash.
Right.
Yeah,
Right.
you need your car wash because every hood guy want his car clean. And I'm gonna
Right.
hire all crackheads. All
That's
crackheads.
okay. Okay, so that's the most hood thing that you would do. Open up a car wash and hire all crackheads. Now, why? Because you ain't got to pay them that much.
No, because they work harder. They want that money. You put a regular guy up there, he really don't want to do it. But a
No,
crackhead gonna do it because he know what he gonna be able to do with that money. He know the
right.
better he make it look. A crackhead gonna lay down on the ground just to wipe your tires. Like, look at that. Look, I can see me. I can
A
see what
crack
I'm finna do with this little $10.
a crackhead will probably lick the tire just to ensure that the tire is
You
clean.
missed the spot. Hey, believe it or not, man, I'll get my car washed from a crackhead one time. And since you said that, I was like, you missed the spot. He licked it, said, nah, I got it.
Ew. All right. So, what's the most noble thing that you would do if you won $1 million or if you hit the lottery?
Open up a recreation center.
Okay.
The reason I
Okay.
want a recreation center, I want to put it back in Mariana because a lot of people don't have nothing to do. And when you don't have nothing to do, people don't do nothing but make babies and kill and sell drugs. So if you
Yeah.
give them something positive to do, then they open up their minds to do other things where I can bring people like you, Quincy Carr, in, different rappers, different singers, different people of different talents to come in and show these people, hey, look, it's more to life than what you're seeing besides making babies. And just because you got a kid don't mean you got to stop on your dream. A lot of people
Mhm.
stop on their dream because they got kids. So you got to look at it. That baby can either make you quit on your dream or make you work harder towards your dream. So I
Yeah.
want them to see people that had kids and still are successful. They still got up and they drove themselves to be that big person that they are. So my
Yeah.
thing is I definitely want to do a recreation center because I feel like that recreation center it'll open up a lot of eyes, it'll help a lot of people and show them it's more to life than what you're seeing right there in that area.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And we had one of our viewers say she over here weak because we talk about the crackheads getting stuff. Oh my gosh. Yeah, and then we got
Hey, man,
Jerron.
you ever look at it, man? You from Houston? I seen it. I went to a club. A crackhead came up to me with a bucket, water, and soap and a rag. Said, "You want your car washed?" I
Right.
wanted to see it. I'm like, "Yeah, don't you know he washed my car right there at the club with just a bucket? He only
Yeah.
had one bucket. I don't know how he rinsed it off, but he had soap. It was shining when I came back.
Yeah, hey, they will get the job done just so they can get the job done. Do you hear me? Uh,
Hey, they
um,
hard workers.
yes, yes, absolutely. Now, I'm gonna take a quick little pause just to shout out my sponsors right quick, and then we'll be right back to finish up the second part of this interview, my man. Thank you so much. Y'all are tuning in. This is Jesse
Click that share button.
McDonald. Yes, click the share button,
Click that
and we'll
share
be right
button.
back with more from Jesse. All right. All right, y'all. Thank y'all for tuning in so far. Again, big shout out to my sponsor today. It's TGX Live. This is where, if you want to have or if you want to view some of the hottest content from music, comedians, just anything that's entertainment, you can go to this site and they will have what you need. You can stream it, you can pay per view it, just like my comedy special. It is on that platform, TGX Live, pay per view. And as a matter of fact, look, I'm sitting here talking, but it's right here. Yeah. So Yeah, my comedy special, Too Young for 40. I filmed that some years ago when I was turning 40, and they were the only platform that picked it up, and it's been doing pretty good. So I appreciate all those that have supported so far. It's only $4.99 to view this comedy special. It's less than $5. It's a penny less than $5, as a matter of fact. So y'all can definitely continue to support. I certainly appreciate that. And also, I got my Perfect Human shirts. Like, I'm wearing my shirt right now. I got the black one. I have black and red. A lot of people like the red ones. If you're interested, the message is simple. I strive to be perfect, but end up being human. We got to stop judging, holding grudges, and pointing fingers. I got wristbands with the same message, people. And also, I got my other shirt. Come on, let's do something. If y'all saw my performance on True TV's Laugh Tracks, that was from a bit called Bed and Breakfast. It was a very funny bit. You can look it up on YouTube and find it. Come on, let's do something. All right. So let's go ahead and bring Jessie back. Hey, Jessie, I appreciate you hanging out backstage and everything. So, what's been the toughest part in your long comedy career so far?
Having somebody consistent that want to work, you know what I'm saying, with you on the road, because I drive, like, maybe I like from Arkansas to Virginia Beach with like 16, 17 hours.
Yeah, you made that drive. That was crazy.
And I drove to Connecticut just to show somebody how dedicated I was, you know, to doing what I do. But the thing is, I quit my job that I'm supposed to say that Social Security not on here, Emma. Is it because, you know, you can't be working. But no, I was working at a mechanic shop, and it's like, I always said I want to travel and do comedy and get paid for what I'm doing and enjoy doing it. And I just said, I quit my job one day. Just told them, hey, look, I like working here, but God got a calling on me. And I just quit and I started traveling, and just being able to have somebody consistent, at least, to help me drive. I don't need you to, I mean, you can help me sell merch if you want, but ain't nobody going to come out here and be able to outsell merch like I sell merch.
Right.
You know, so a lot of people are like, oh, you're not getting paid that much. Well, I'm not getting paid that much, but I love what I do. And my merchandise makes up for what I don't get paid for. And it's just like, you just got to love what you do. So whatever you love what you do, there is no hard things. I'll go, if you're with me or if you're not, I'll still go. If I know I got to drive a long way, I'll take off a day or two early, find out family members that live halfway or along the route, and stop and visit.
Yeah, that's a very important thing, like the level of consistency. And the one thing that I found out too, because I went fully self-employed. Excuse me, I went fully self-employed.
That's one cough.
that wasn't a cough. That was I cleared my throat, bro. Okay, that's all it did. So you've been holding up towels and
yeah.
You've been doing all that.
Look, one thing about it, I can't be on camera with a runny nose. Hey, look, I don't mind wiping mine. I ain't gonna be the whole show, you know.
Right. The one thing that I think I've always said and I've always pushed myself to be is consistent, and because consistency actually sells. If people see you jump from one thing to the other, or you don't show that dedication, then people don't really want to support, and they'll kind of migrate away from you. So you definitely made persistence and consistency are the things that will bring people closer to you. I tell people all the time, I don't make money on a lot of my shows. It looks like I'm making money because I got all these things. I got my foot in all these different types of fires. But at the end of the day, the brand of quality that I have for the stuff that I put out, that's what I hope gets seen.
Because like when you were doing your shows, I know they be thinking, you know what I'm saying, we make a lot of money, but they don't think about it. Like when you're doing comedy shows, when you got to rent the venue, get the flyers, put the flyers out there, pay the DJ, pay the comedians. I was happy to get that little $25 that you gave me to come down there.
I gave you more than 25, Jesse.
The little $25 you gave me, you put in my PayPal. I was happy to get that, but hey, look, that 20. Hey, I made that 25 work on stage. And you say, look, if I give you the whole 50, there ain't gonna be no handicap rails. I got to pay for rails, so I don't. And I think when you took me out to eat, that my food was $25, so that canceled the rounds. So I didn't have no rounds to get up on stage.
Man, look, I took you to Denny's. I put you in a nice hotel room. I mean, come on, man. I gave you more than 25. I mean, I gave you like 28, 30.
Okay, oh yeah, somewhere around there.
You miscounted again, bro.
Yeah, it was $3 different. But the love that I have for what I do, and
Yeah.
just to see people, to see everywhere you go, people are doing comedy, but not too many people doing clean comedy. Hey, some people, because I ain't gonna, I know I was supposed to do what, 15, 20, but the crowd gave me so much energy down there in Virginia Beach. I seen you on the side of the stage with your light,
No. You were supposed to do the time that you ended up doing, because I brought, like, anytime I'm bringing somebody in, like from out of town, you are the headliner. So it wasn't about
45 minutes was, man, that was fun. I'm talking about,
Man,
they gave me so much energy that
you
if y'all
killed
ain't
that.
never been to one of his shows, clean comedy, you think somebody can't get up there for 45 and do clean?
Yeah.
You better come and check us out.
I'm telling you, like, it was just that night as a whole. I mean, was just something that, number one, it was the season finale, and I had only seen you one time, but just me seeing you that one time, I said, hey, I got to bring you down. I got to bring you back down, but have you on my show. And
Did you tell them how we really
from
met?
Arkansas.
Yeah, you tell them how we really met. Quincy was passing out flyers at the end of the show. He was passing out flyers, and he gave me a flyer, and I was trying to sell him a T-shirt. And he said, man, I do shows too. I say, I want to do it. He said, man, but I do clean shows. I had started thinking then, like, wait a minute, clean. I'm like, no, I can do it now. And from there, man, I've been in touch with Quincy, and he done brought me back. The stuff that he said he was gonna do, he was gonna do. He put me in a 5-star hotel. It was his sister house, but a lot of stars stayed there. In my own room and board, But he gonna make sure. Yeah, he's a man of his word. You're not gonna go unsheltered. And we got TV. Did we do TV? We did TV.
Yep.
So yes, we got a chance to be on TV. All 16 of y'all seen me. Some of y'all didn't. But you did your off the record
question. Said that you were a beast. Like, cause I don't know who this person is, cause they didn't authorize StreamYard, I guess, to know who their profile is. But bro is a beast. So yeah, like people have seen you, man, and they saw you come down and they saw you rip it. But yeah, I just appreciate the fact that you trusted me, because I know that you were trying to sell your merch, and I was like, hey, I just saw you do your thing. Would you want to come back down and do my room? And you was like, yeah, man, I can come do that jump. But I had no idea you would be driving. So when you told me that you made that drive, and then you still did your thing, and then obviously, not that anybody feels sorry for the condition that you're in, but it's something that people take into account. And you never used that once. You never said, look, man, because of my disability, I'm not going to be able to, like, you just did your thing. And I think that's what people appreciate.
You can't use your disability as a crutch, because when it's really time to use it, it won't work. Right. So I feel like I don't have a disability.
Yeah.
Thing is, I feel like I got it under control. I allow myself to do what my mind tell me to do. It's a mind thing. If your mind say, I can't do this, then your body is not going to be able to do it. But if you tell your mind, hey, look, I can do this, then you're going to be able to do it. Because when me and my girl, we moved in our place, we stay upstairs. She kept trying to find something on the first floor. And I'm like, no, we can go ahead and get on the second floor. And everybody like, you stay upstairs, where I taught my mind to say, hey, look, the more you go up and down these stairs, the stronger your legs get. The stronger your legs get, the stronger your mind get. So it's a mind thing. You have to prepare your mind to say, look, I'm going to go up these 20 steps. So I got to go up and I got to go down at least 2 or 3 times a day.
Yeah, man. It's just that strength. And strength means a lot. And that leads me to this next question. Like, how are you handling the whole current state that, like social injustice and all this stuff? I know that we as Black men have dealt with it. not just recently, but like how have you handled that? Because you're still out there on the road, still performing, still driving, and when you're driving, you're still driving through states in the South, right?
Yes, we coast to coast. Shout
Mm-hmm.
out to Kerwin Claiborne. He got the
Yeah,
voiceovers. Elton Pope, the promoter. A lot of the comedy clubs are not open, but
right.
the promoter Elton Pope is like, "Hey, look, they're not open. People still want to laugh. We can still do social distancing, so we're out booking our own venues, and
Okay.
we on a new tour. This is my third tour with him, and if you have to wear a face mask. If you don't have a face mask, then guess what? I got face masks. I got
Oh,
face
nice.
masks, and if you standing in the rain to try to get in the show, that's cool, cause your shirt
Yeah,
gonna be wet. When you get in, you can just buy a shirt from me.
yeah. And this is your tour that's going on all throughout the month of September. I'll put it up again while you're still talking, but I
Yes.
mean, and you'll be back here at the Virginia Beach Funny Bone, and that's the first time that I met you. But you'll be back here November the 18th. So
Yes.
people, if y'all are anywhere close where he's going to be, where Jesse's going to be,
Don't
you
want to
have
miss it.
to
We are
come
selling
out.
out.
Yeah,
We're selling out. We sold out 3 shows in Houston.
yeah,
Doing 3 shows, 4 shows in one day. We
yeah,
we we is getting it. We enjoying it, and we happy that you all are coming out to support what we're doing.
yeah,
Because if it wasn't for you all, what I'm saying, then it wouldn't be no show. And I
yeah,
know, what I'm saying, with everything that's going on, every show I do, I always like to leave my show on a positive note. So I always tell people we have family and friends that are passing away every day. We quick
yeah,
to go to the funeral. We quick to say how much we love them, how much we appreciate them, and what all they did for us. But you think about it, how many times did you ever get a chance to tell that person that while they're alive? So I
yeah,
always tell them to look at the person next to them on each side. I don't care if you don't know them or if you do know them. Just say I love you because you never know what that simple I love you could do to a person or what they going
yeah,
through or what that means to them. So, I try to make sure I put that love into the show because some people come to comedy show to be thinking it's all about comedy. Well, sometimes it's about teaching a lesson too, to tell people, hey, look, sometimes you just got to tell people I love you. Sometimes I just walked up to a random person just say, hey, I love you. And they were looking there like, I don't know you. I was like, look, you ain't got to know me for me to tell you I love you, especially with everything that's going on in the world today. People,
yeah,
Black Lives Matter, you know what I'm saying? I feel like, what I'm saying, all lives matter. You know what I'm saying?
hmm,
Because you got some good white people out here, you got good black people, you got, you know what I'm saying? It's messed up on both sides now. It's sad about the way some of the things are going, but you got to think what you saying Black Lives Matter, but what about your friend that's white that you're really cool with? What if something happened to their kid? Does that matter for their kid too? So I
yeah,
try not to get into that state of mind of Black Lives Matter and all that because I think all lives matter. And when we have our shows, we don't just have black people. We have white, we have Mexican, we have people of all ethnic. So everybody come to laugh. So all lives matter to me because everybody wants that laugh.
yeah. And that's interesting because I haven't heard like you're probably the first black person that I've heard that actually mimicked that part of it. Not that for anybody that's tuning in, not to say that you don't believe that black lives don't matter, but you're just saying in the sense of comedy,
Hmm.
you love everybody.
Exactly.
And obviously, the whole thing with Black Lives Matter is just letting, that part of America or that group of people know that, hey, look, our lives do matter. Now, I'll be completely honest. I've also rubbed folks the wrong way by saying I thought I thought the phrase would have been fit or better fit to have been Black Lives Matter too. TOO,
Yes.
because
Yes.
in my opinion you completely negate any opportunity for anybody to refute that with, well, no, all lives matter. And it's like realistically our lives matter too, And if you say that, what can you say now? However, when you look at what they did in Kansas City, there was no kneeling during the national anthem. People were just booing. So it's more than the flag. Like, people simply put, Jesse, I don't think, and it's only a small group of people. The late comic, my man Spanky Brown, I don't know if you ever got a chance to meet him before he passed away a couple years ago. But Spanky used to always say, I believe there are more people in this country that want to get along than those that don't.
Yeah, and it's crazy because, go ahead.
Well, I was going to say, and in my opinion, that's the way I live my life. And my life is, I'm going to give you the benefit of the doubt because I don't know you, but off top, I'm going to believe that you're a good person and that you have good intentions only until you cross me. So I do believe more people want to get along than those that don't, and it's only a small group of people that don't want things to be the way they really should be because of the way they were taught.
Yeah, but I got stopped by police and he was white and I was driving on suspended license. Mm-hmm. And I told him I was a comedian, but I knew how to carry myself. And he said, tell me a good joke. I told him a good joke. He said, you have a nice day, and slowed his car down. I said, thank you, sir, and kept going.
Yeah.
So, hey, look, it's all about the way you carry yourself in life.
You're not only, a comic and you're inspiring people with your good message about, loving everybody, but you also are in the music business, man. So talk about this new song. Like, you got a couple songs out there, I believe. And I know one of them, because your phrase is, I ain't drunk, I just walk this way.
Classic.
This is one of your merchandise sales and stuff, as far as your shirts go. But you've done some music videos, some rap stuff. So talk about your music career.
Yeah. I just dropped a new single called Walk Like Jessie. A lot of people used to try to mark the way I walk. And at first, like I say, it would kind of get to you when you're in front of certain people and people trying to mark the way you walk, and you looking like, really, you just gonna mark me like that in front of everybody, you gonna bust me out. So I figured if I put that walk behind a dance, now you can walk like me and it don't even bother me. So I came out with the Walk Like Jessie. We're doing the Walk Like Jessie challenge. I'm trying to get an artist on there. But when he told me how much he wanted, I said, ooh, wee. But you know what? The Lord is in a blessing mood. So He's going to find a way for me to make this happen. So I want everybody to look out for that Walk Like Jessie. Continue to rock with the I Ain't Drunk, I Just Walk This Way. But Walk Like Jessie and I Ain't Drunk, I Just Walk This Way is two songs compared into one, man. It's gonna be big. Famous Amos did it. Put it on this page. He came and did a video with me. Make a Walk Like Jessie, Walk Like Jessie, walk like Jessie. It's out there on all platforms.
Yeah, I saw that you actually had the guys from 95 South. I'm sorry, from 85 South. Carlos, Chico Bean, and also DC Youngfly, and they were doing the
Walking Like Jessie. You know what I'm saying? That's what that song right there. When I right after I talked to you earlier, I was thinking, I was like, man, when I do this video, I want to bring my comedian friends in there, but I want to find people that got disabilities, cerebral palsy, and I want to bring them into the videos because a lot of people that's disabled that's in the game, they don't showcase it. Yin Yang twins, them are my guys, man. One of them got nubs, and the other one walk like me. But if you watch their videos, it moves so fast you don't see the disability.
I never knew that.
Yes, DJ Paul, he got a little arm, but they never shows it. It moves so fast. I ain't saying like a little arm, but his arm is like, but that's that I rock with DJ Paul from way back. But the thing is, they're not showing they're disabled. So when people like us see them, we be like, you're disabled. You know what I'm saying? You're not literally disabled, but you don't show this part in your videos. They scan over it real quick. So
I had no idea.
I want to be that person to put it out there to say, hey, look, I'm disabled and I'm talented. And you can't take that away from me. Even if you take my walking away from me, you still can't take my talent away. because my talent is a gift that God gave me. And with that gift, I'm a touch the world. If I can't
Yeah.
touch you in comedy, I'm gonna be able to touch you with music because I'm a writer. And I ain't
Wow.
drunk. I just walk this way was my go-to song whenever I felt bad about something. I could
Yeah.
listen to it and it'll cheer me up. Now I got to walk like Jesse. I can cheer myself up and then start doing my little happy dance.
Happy
And you,
dance,
yeah, you
man.
got now you got to do a video and post it. Walk like Jesse.
So
You
so
got to hashtag walk like Jesse on it.
so I got to do the video. So I need to get the song first, right?
Yeah,
I
yeah.
need
It's
to
on
get the
Apple
song.
Music, whatever you want to get it on,
Okay.
and do the walk like Jesse.
And do the
You ain't
walk
got the
like
cup
Jesse.
holder, but you can still, walk like Jesse.
Okay. All right. And it's essentially it's the some Macho Man Randy Savage or
Yeah, yeah,
the
yeah. But it's to the front and to the back. You know what I'm saying? Cause I take 2 steps to the front and then I wobble back because I lost my balance. So I gotta, you know what I'm saying?
Okay. Okay. Well then I believe I can accept that challenge, Jesse. And one last thing, anything that you want people to know about you, here's where that they can follow you. But anything, feel free to plug yourself real quick, my man.
Man, look, I just want everybody to continue to support my boy Quincy Carr. Y'all support, you know what I'm saying? Just support each other because if we don't support each other, then who's gonna support us? And don't worry about the one that you say that's hating on you because that's free publicity.
Mm.
And I just want y'all to rock with that. Walk like Jesse. Go follow me, comedian Jessie McDonald. If y'all want to follow me, I'll be at the gas station in a minute because I'm on E. And I need somebody to follow me up there. But y'all continue to follow, you know what I'm saying, Walk Like Jesse, book me, comedian Jessie McDonald. I do clean shows, funerals, whatever y'all want. We is on tour right now, Kerwin Claiborne. And just make sure y'all go get your tickets because we're selling out. We're selling out like crazy.
Cool,
I
man.
know the comedy
And
clubs ain't open, but we're
yeah.
bringing our own show.
Good, good, good. And it's good that you guys are keeping the laughs going. And I forgot to mention this when I took that little Spanish pause, when I took a little break to do the plug, but I forgot to mention the trivia question. So thank you all for tuning in, for still sticking with the actual show. But real quick before we get out of here, while Jesse's on here, what was Jesse's, or what city was the first city Jesse ever performed in? What city was the first city Jesse ever did comedy and stepped on stage? Okay. And it's a hint. It's my state, my home state of Texas. So it's a bunch of cities, but what city? The first person to put the comment correctly, the correct answer via the comment,
Hold up, we gotta get
I
the
will
question
cash
right.
out you.
We gotta get the question right.
I thought I got the
The
question right, Jesse.
the question was right, but some of it was wrong.
What?
So we got to get it right so they can answer it right.
Okay.
The first city that I performed in, I'm not gonna say, but the first person that gave me my chance was from your hometown.
Well, right. So the question that I was saying, the home state that I'm from, that's the hint. So it's a city in that state. Don't be trying to turn around my trivia questions, man. The first city that you stepped
Yeah,
on stage,
that's the question.
you were, I know that's what I said, Jesse.
I know.
Look now, now
Look, you gonna win a cash app and these crackers. Cause I didn't eat these. You
yeah, so the first person to put the correct comment in is for $25. I will cash app you, PayPal you. It'll be contactless money. I see a couple of answers already. No, it wasn't Austin. No, it was not Memphis. Okay, and for the person that said Memphis, I will reiterate: my home state is the state of Texas. So what city did Jesse step foot on for the very first time to tell a joke? Okay, what city in the state of Texas? Okay, now if I don't get anybody to get it correctly, then I'll just move this money over to next week's show. So, but Jesse, man, thank you so much, man. And
thank you
that's,
for having me.
hold up, that's the 17th time you coughed on this entire time, and you need to go get checked.
Yeah, I got. You know what I got? I got checked, But when they told me, they said they overpaid me too much when I got my check. So they trying to take some of it back.
No. All that coffee, man, you better go get it straightened out, okay? You be passing on no corona to anybody, bro.
I didn't got check for that. I definitely ain't got that. I got a cold.
Okay.
I do got a cold.
Okay, I hope so. You in the sniffles.
Yeah. I got a cold, man. It just traveling, when you're in one state. I do tell people, man, if you're gonna travel, make sure you take you some vitamins, because when you're in a city that's cold, then you go to a city that's hot, then you go to a city that's not, mild. The change of climates, what I'm saying, can make you have a runny nose and coughing and everything. So make sure you take, a lot of vitamins and drink a lot of orange juice.
Okay, cool. Good note, Dr. Jessie. Now, hey, my man, I certainly appreciate you being on the show, and thank you for taking time out your schedule. I know that you're an hour behind me, so thank you for taking time out your schedule to be on the show with me today. And definitely, when things open back up, I'm expanding my quality comedy series to other Dave and Buster's. So right before COVID hit, I was about to expand to the Charlotte Dave and Buster's, which was going to be huge. So when everything gets back, obviously I'll open back up in Virginia Beach again, and then I'm still going to look to expand to Charlotte. So I definitely want to bring you back down, and I know that you'll drive.
Yeah, I'm ready. I put that leg on autopilot.
Hey, you can't feel nothing on your feet.
I don't feel nothing. I just be flowing. Hey, my arthritis kicked in one time. I couldn't even get my foot out the gas. My passenger had to pick it up and throw it on the brake.
Man, well, thank God for your passengers, homie. Man, thanks again, man, for being a part of the show, and continue to be safe and continue doing your thing out there here. All right, man?
Yeah, all right. And I want everybody, make sure y'all go out there, do my challenge, Walk Like Jessie. The song is on all platforms. Make sure you download the song and do your best Walk Like Jessie. And when we do the video, the official video, you can get flued out.
You look, Jessie, you can't flued anybody out, okay?
Well, what about city girls? City girls flew somebody out, so they flew somebody out. I can flew somebody out too.
Man, that's why I like you, bro.
You're gonna ride on spirit, but you're gonna get flued out.
You're gonna get flued out.
Yeah.
All right. Well, look, I should be the first one to do that Jessie challenge. So definitely look out for mine. I'm definitely going to support you and do that. All right, my man.
All right. Appreciate you. Much love to y'all.
Sir.
And we out of here. Man.
All right. You be good. Thank everybody again. I certainly do appreciate y'all tuning in each and every week. And next week, I got probably one of the most decorated comics to come out of Virginia, my man, Alex Scott. All right. If you haven't seen him, he's been on Def Jam, BET, True TV's Lab Tracks. He's been on just about everything that you've seen. And that is going to be a lot of fun next week. So if you're a fan of Alex Scott, and if you don't know who Alex Scott is, you will find out next week, because this brother's hilarious, and it's going to be a lot of fun just conversing with him and just chopping it up. So thank y'all for allowing us comics to just talk and clear our minds so we can stay fresh, because it is a mental health issue for a lot of comedians out there that can't get out and do what was keeping our minds clear and free anyway, and that's telling jokes and making people laugh. So this is our platform, and I appreciate you guys for allowing us to do it. So next week, I'll be back next Tuesday, and don't forget, it's a new time. It's 7:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. It's no longer 8 o'clock, because our daughter has to do virtual school, so she has to go to bed early, and I can laugh and talk loud. So I want to get off here as soon as I can. So, all right. So thank y'all for sharing. Thank y'all for just being a part. Thank y'all for tuning in. And of course, as always, y'all stay apart and stay masked up so we can stay together. That's what this thing is about. Let's stay together. Cool. All right. Thank y'all. All right, y'all. I'm gone.
Daddy Chuck jokes.